Well, we're 30 years old, so we're trying to evolve, we're trying to grow from every angle. So when we're looking at costumes, we've been making costumes and touring the world with costumes for the last 30 years. So we're learning from our mistakes, we're integrating new technology, we're finding new ways of creating a pattern for people. Every artist that goes through Montreal actually now gets body scanned. In the past, if we needed a mask for a performer, you would have to cover the performer with plaster of Paris to make a face mold so that we could then make a form of the artist to be able to create hats and wigs and masks. Now with the body scanning technology, we can scan their body, and at any point I can say, all right, I need a bus sent out on tour of one of the performers in foam or in wood or in plastic, and then we can create headpieces over the top of them, we can create masks, and we can make vacuum forms like this, create the tattoos which we spray paint onto the artists with airbrush rather than having to hand paint them on every day. So Amaluna is a dry clean free show. We have a lot of leather in the show as well, but if we're taking leather on the road, we can't afford to have to try and find a dry cleaner that's going to dry clean leather. So again, with our mandate, let's try and create a show that doesn't need dry cleaning. So I said, we'll take leather, but we have to find a way to be able to wash it. So, which is what Cirque's done. They've found a way of backing and fusing the leather to another fabric, so I can throw this in the washing machine and hang it to dry and ready to go back in the show the next day. So linen again is a fantastic fibre. We have some linen pieces in the show that have been with us for 2.5 years since creation. So when we're designing a show now, we don't want to find costumes that we're just going to wear for a city and throw away. We're trying to find textures like leather here that we can take, that we can re-dye, that we can bring back to life rather than just, throwing costumes into landfills. So a leather, even when it does finish with its life and it's thrown out, is going to decompose rather than a plastic which is going to sit there and just stay plastic. It's about money as well. We want a costume to last as long as it can. They're physically very demanding on their costumes, because if you take an Amazon girl who's covering herself with chalk and wrapping herself around a pole, obviously even denim is going to die after a certain period of time, but at least using something as strong as this, it's going to be durable for when she does wrap herself around a pole. Colours and powders. We travel with 2 fridges here, which has got all the oil-based makeup. So anything that has got an oil in it, we actually travel in the fridge to keep it at a certain temperature. They powder down after the oil foundation, and they reapply the same makeup again using the colour. So the girl who's in the water bowl, for example, the oil base goes on, the powder goes over the top, powder colours go over the top. When she comes out of the bowl, all the powders are gone, but she still has her oil base on, so she just has to then put the powders over the top rather than starting her makeup again.